Hi, my name is Beatrice Di Cesare, and this is my final presentation for EDUC 526. Why I decided to come to APEO. About 4 years ago, I was at a crossroads and I decided to transition careers. Since I decided to enroll in Azusa Pacific University, I found the university had a good reputation, a good program, and reasonable cost. Since I did not have an undergraduate degree in education, and I felt I needed more than just a credential, I decided to enroll in a master's program. Once I learned about the Masters of Arts in Education in Digital Teaching and Learning, I thought this was a perfect fit for me. Through this program, I have learned how to use technology to enhance learning in the classroom. Moreover, how to address the learning styles based on Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. As Walter McKinsey, the author of Multiple Intelligences and Instructional Technology, noted, technology supports the accommodation of multiple intelligence in the classroom, while at the same time, MI theory offers a strong theoretical foundation for the integration of technology in the classroom. Through this program, I learned how to work toward teaching the standards while addressing the needs of each child in the classroom and using technology to provide the appropriate tools to enhance children's understanding and increase motivation. Before my studies at APU, I had no idea what I needed to be an effective educator. I now consider myself a teacher. Action research. For my action research project, I decided to measure the impact of changing my energy consumption patterns and switching to energy-efficient light bulbs on my daily kilowatt usage. There are two reasons I decided to focus on energy conservation. First, it is important to me as a mother to try to do anything I can to help the environment and create a better tomorrow for my daughters. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the amount of carbon dioxide put out by fossil fuels to produce electricity in a single-family home every year equals more than what 2 standard cars emit. Therefore, by reducing my energy consumption, I am also reducing the amount of carbon dioxide emitted from my home and improving the environment. Moreover, during this tough economy, I want to make sure I'm spending my money wisely. Through energy conservation, I hope to reduce my monthly electricity bill. Implementation. In order to carry out my action research, I identified some of the things I could do to lower my energy consumption at home. Since I am a compulsive cleaner, altering my energy consumption patterns did prove to be very difficult. I had to plan out my menu. I also had to find different ways of serving food. For example, not using a plate when serving a cookie, but just a simple napkin, or using paper plates in lieu of regular plates. Results. For this study, I collected data through www.sce.com, which is the home site for Edison, which allowed me to track my daily consumption habits. Overall, I was able to decrease my daily kilowatt usage from 20.17 kilowatts per day to 17.48. In addition, I was able to reduce my monthly energy bill and overall help the environment. My unit on the South End Library. This unit focuses on 8th grade Social Studies Standard 8.7, which required that students study the American people in the South from 1800 to the mid-1800s. Other standards addressed in this unit are language arts, visual arts, and technology standards. The objectives of the unit are designed for students to gain an understanding of the South from an economic and a human perspective. The unit will be covered over a 3-week period, each highlighting 3 different areas of the South and slavery: the growth of the cotton industry, the Southern society, and the slave system. There are a broad range of activities included in this unit. In order for students to understand the importance of the invention of the cotton gin, students will have the opportunity to see cotton with their own hands. Then they will view an animated image of the cotton gin via the internet and reflect on their experience in a class blog. In addition, students will analyze the connection between the cotton boom and the increase in slave labor as they worked on interactive maps and built their own collage of a U.S. map identifying the cotton belt in the South. And finally, they will develop their own video on the impact of the invention of the cotton gin, using a flip camera and then posting it on the internet. Students who learn about the people of the South during this time period, students will have the opportunity to conduct their own research on the internet as they create their own magazine focusing on Southern society. Students will write an article focusing on one of the 4 groups of Southern society. The article will include images of the group and insight into the group's economic, religious, and social life. Students will also select an event to highlight in their magazine that speaks to life in the South during this period, such as the invention of the cotton gin. Finally, students will write about the life and times of an important Black figure, such as Frederick Douglass. This magazine will be used as an assessment tool for students' understanding. In the 3rd week, students will focus on activities that allow them to understand the lives of slaves. Students will listen to personal narratives online and listen to slave work songs. Through a webcast that is designed to provide an overview of the unit, students will also be able to share their learnings as they create their own slave narrative. Thank you. This has been an overview of my unit plan.